good. Load it up. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. Welcome. It's Tuesday, so you know how I feel. Okay, so I'm gonna click some buttons here and over here. Would that be easier? Would you guys like it if I send out the social medias a little bit sooner? Because I have the hello, because I have the actual YouTube itself, like that starts like a half hour early. Just thinking now, like, because I usually just send them out to make sure that I send them out through social media just so I can make sure that the stream is actually okay before I send it to who knows how many people. And I do it early to make sure that it actually technically works. So, but now it's like, well, technically, whoops. Oh well, technically I could have it be posted earlier and it would just be just showing like the same like embedding thing of like showing the like the countdown like you saw before. So anyway, hello guys. Hello Star, Fox Snow if you're still here, and Sasha and Darius. Hello, welcome. Anyone else who comes in, hello. Hi guys. I'm only like looking at the chat, so if you're not talking, then I won't. I know it's like you're camouflage to me. So hello guys. Welcome, welcome. Alrighty. So that was fun. Let's see. We're almost here with the 6 character thing. Let's see. Yeah, the Spider-Gwen got a little bit more complex than the other ones. You can see like there's only like 4 objects elements here, while Spider-Gwen is like, yeah, that's way too many things. But that's just so I can have like this weird mask thing that needed to be. If you weren't here last time, the mask thing with the having the blue bits, the spider web whoosh whoosh kind of texture, that got really complex. So figured it out. Cleaned it up a little bit. There's some extra little details here and there. Add some shadow, little tint there. A neck. I added a neck. I guess I didn't think you needed a neck, but here we are. Neck get. Hello cartoons. Here you go. And I think someone noted that the armpit on this one was a little bit too up here, so I swooped it down a little bit. Hopefully make it a little bit more straight, slightly. It's better. But there we go. So I cleaned it up just a little bit for you. I don't know. So now we're getting down to the wire here. We're almost done. We gotta do this whole week, and then we should be good for these 6. So let me see. I think we were just going off on like procrastinating or not, and going off on Steve Rogers because no one knows apparently who that is. So I'm gonna relabel it text. Let's see. I'm gonna change this to. Well, actually, now that the Winter Soldier is out on Disney Plus, I wonder if it actually makes sense to call him Captain America. Because they specifically, the requester specifically wanted Steve Rogers. So now, by saying Captain America, now that's specific. I don't know how this works. Or we got Arissa too, so. But if that was drawing you off of like who is Steve Rogers at all, then hopefully that makes it a little bit more sense. But I'll probably just go for a more colloquial known image of that. But if you want Orisa, I don't know how to say it. I'm gonna keep going back and forth from that as well. But yes, we got 50-50 on this. So let me know which one of these you would like to see. Orisa, I think, is from Overwatch. And Captain America's Marvel. So let me know in comments which one you'd like to see today, and we'll get started on it. I'm excited to get back onto this week. It seems like it's been a while. It's always the same amount. So yeah, comment on which one you'd like to see today, and then whatever we don't choose today will be for Thursday. So you're not like being exclusive to the other one. Well, obviously you're slowly getting through all of them. So, all right, got some water, doing good. Let's see. If there's no preferences, I'll just do a 50-50 coin in like a minute. So, but yeah, we got to get going so I can actually get going some good details on it. All right. Thank you, Ben, and hello. Yeah, America, please. You got it. Here we go. Thank you. Because now it seems like you guys chose it, so I can always go back and say, you chose it, not me. Haha. Cap. Alrighty. They would just relabel all these. Because I could have done this earlier, because these aren't, like, exclusive or anything, but whatever. There we go. Okie dokie. So I guess we'll leave the last weird, I think it's a robot. I think Arissa is a robot, so we'll just leave that for next time. I have no clue how to draw it at all. But alrighty. Let's see here, so I'm gonna have to set this up. I have way too many panels, but here we are. We should be good here. New palette. It's like a Bob Ross palette. I need more new colors here. Cap America. Okie dokie. So I always leave like one to have a default. I don't know why. Probably don't need it, but could like override it if I want to. I know where that is. So there we go. Okay. Reference picture time. Let's see here. I guess there's so many different types now. There's like I don't know if it's a spoiler that the Falcon's gonna be a Captain America, or at least they had the other guy that looked like Up. I don't know who that guy was. So, let's see. Yeah, it was specifically Steve Rogers was the request. So we're gonna have to do that version at least, but I guess there's different types. Or at least every movie he gets a new outfit or something. So here's an action figure. He's so cool. Where's the action figure? I can't even tell. It looks 3D modeled. So we're gonna go for that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess whatever, there's not much room, so whatever kind of very generic version I'll probably just go with. Oh, I mean, okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Either the classic version, like the actual comic version, or the movie version. That's true too. Is there actually a difference? Comic. Oh, you look so doofy. Yeah, but it basically is the same. But if they wanted specifically Steve Rogers, but I guess that isn't exclusive to the comic or the movies. Yeah. Hello, Little Shy. Welcome. I guess there are the different versions. If I go back. Yeah. I think my initial thought of what I was thinking of was like him posing with the chair. I think that's the like iconic one that I think of. Yeah. So like this kind of pose. I was thinking of doing this. But I was also thinking of changing the chair into the shield itself. I don't know why. To make it unique. Haha, whatever. I'm so nervous. Let's see. How does this look? Obviously we can change like any of the design itself as well if we want it. Like if it's A, it needs to be different, we can change that. So, but yeah, we gotta get this figured out. I think I'll just use that as a base for now. I'm gonna go with that. And then if there's like a specific like Avengers 3 or something version of them that's like, oh, well, this one looks cooler, then we'll go for that, I guess. Alrighty. Let's see here. Okay, let's get going. So I got that. I'm good. Hi, Deadpool. Welcome. How we all doing? My week's been good. It's just rough. Something at least in, or trying to figure out how to draw. It's been a bit. Let's see. Everything's modular. Everything's vector. This is Toon Boom Harmony. People who forgot. I want to flip it actually. Boop. So, in a sense, I could be using normal, I guess, drawing tools, but for some reason I'm so used to like animation drawing that's like this makes the most sense to me, you know? And it's like, as an animator, it's like, yeah, I'm just gonna use the tools I like, and it's like, I like animation tools for drawing. Even if they're not super like, ooh, like I don't even know Photoshop or Clip Studio Paints and all those have, well, better tools for drawing, but at least Toon Boom still has something. Because it's also a drawing tool, so it's not bad to use it, I guess. That's what I'm saying. Yep. Yep. Still learning, so I need to use these guidelines. Drawing humans. Let's see. Good night, Sasha. Thank you. Unless that just means like I'm having a good night because you're in a good night area. I never know if you... I'll never figure you out. I always think of like that Hamilton line of I will never understand you, Burr. Like every time. It always comes up. I always think of it. Oh boy. Let's see. Kind of center you up a little bit. Like it's kind of like looking up a little bit. So you can kind of shimmy these up. Okay. Head shape good. This will be my first sketch, so I'm not trying to be super specific with it, but at least I can try and get something at least that looks somewhat decent at the same time. So that's what I mean. And this will be arm, and then body go down. Other arm is kind of like going up and then kind of going down there. And then we'll have the shield be a circle. I'll probably just cheat later and have a real circle because I ain't trying to figure that out. With all this. Hip. Why not just try and draw one circle? Yep. Okay. Cool. And then we need inner bit. And then star. Okay. Hello, Noodles. Welcome. No. No. Okay. I don't know what kind of design this is now, but here we are. Okay. What do I want? Tell me what you want. Okay. Let's see. Did I say hi, Noodles? I think I did. Okay. I think that's good. I think I would just leave it there. That can work. How's that as a sketch? Kind of fill up the page a little bit more. Let's kind of like shimmy it down a little bit. There you go. Okay. So that's sketch one. Let's copy that onto the underlay layer. That's down here. Boop. Now I can go to the color line layer, which is C, because of course it is, and go to a different color. And say a little bit more visible. Make this one less visible. And now I can try and do more specific lines and extra actual details. Because now I got the skeleton. Now I'll put the meat and bones on him. It's got a very nice, smooth chin. So I can probably try to figure out and just make like one curve out of that. His ear is underneath his mask. So that makes that easy. Pretty smooth. Actually pretty flat. I should say down here. kind of bulge out and go back in, because that's how skulls work. Let's see. Thank you, Fluttershy. Thank you for being a patron too. I appreciate that. Let's see. I'm going to figure out where the nose is and then figure out like what I want to do. So he's got the, I could just do like a cat mouth from now and then let's see. Zoom right in into here. So he's gonna have like the no one eyes. I want to make these little. If it doesn't work, draw it again. Draw again. I think the cat mouth has messed me up. This is my second sketch. I'm not worried about this being 100% accurate either. This is my template so I can see where everything's being placed down. So nothing's truly in place per se at this point either. So I'm not worried about like, oh no, the eyeball is 1 centimeter over here. It's like, yeah, it's gonna be okay. But some of these lines do need to move down just a bit so I can actually have room to make this line. That kind of goes around and then becomes this eye mask thingy here. This is its own shape there. And then this kind of goes up, down, and then back up. And then we'll have okay. Here we go. Worry about the face later. This is whatever. Oh boy. Sorry, deleted. I went to the wrong frame. I think my problem usually is with drawing stuff is that I'm so used to drawing puppets and like trying to draw like something that can be modular or like something that can be changed and like flipped out for different pictures or different poses. That usually when I draw, like I usually just get into like, oh, this is a character that can't be changed into like, if I made like a Derpy or something for the first time, I would make it, you know, very, very generic and very defaulty. And so I would keep the expression like very neutral. Or like do like a stick pose and like basically make a T pose with a blink expression. So I feel like I usually just rely on that when I draw. That I usually just kind of default into something like that, a little bit too hard. That then it's like, whoops. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to make a pose and a character out of this. That's like, yeah, that wasn't. Like that just needs to come out later. It's like, oh yeah. Forgot about that part. That these needs to be actually in a pose and everything. So it's like I gotta tell myself like, yes, you're trying to make a specific pose, a specific character at this point. So it's weird that I gotta like tell myself that at least. That's why like with Samus is like, whatever. I knew to pose, so I was like, I'm just gonna move the eyes over, you know, kind of a thing. So now I'm like, okay. Like, okay. You gotta figure this out at the same time. Trying to draw like a character in a pose at the same time is interesting for me. That's not something I'm quite used to. Because I'm so used to making the puppets where they're very like static, or like with the paper ponies, they're the paper ponies are, at least to me, very one-faced, one expression. They got nothing. They're either like smiling or like frowning. There's no in between really for a lot of them. So I gotta like bring out the character somehow. Yep. This is my second sketch for like trying to get at least more details, so I'm not still worried about anything being perfect either. As I know that I can just rely somewhat on my vector skills later on as my third sketch up to then worry about exactness. I'm just using it as a roadmap right now. Don't forget the wing signs on heads. Wing signs on the side of his head. Wing signs. I don't see it in the picture that I got, but I can add that in. Is that like a little like hip? One of those? What are they? Some kind of wing. Hip. Something like that. That looks fun. Meow. I'll fix this too. Look, it's star. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just bad at drawing stars to begin with, so. In Flash, there's actually a button that can make polystars, and I use it so often. That it actually can create like multiple like number, you can like set the number of points you want for a star, and it can just generate, like it can make like a square or circle and say like I want an 8-pointed star, and be like okay, and it'd be perfect like that as a template to use. And it's like wow. Where have you been? Sorry, I'm gonna look at an original comic book version so I can see that. Oh no, I was saying stars in an actual geometric shape that I can make in Flash. I just need to see an older version to see what it looks like. So I'm not calling you out. Let's see. Open a new tab so I can see a little bigger. So I'm gonna try to get these little things. I can try that. I try more hard style because usually my people look kind of very soft. Like this guy is so jelly faced. His face is so jelly. I need to figure out how to make him look the same kind of older. Let's see if I can make the chin go right up or something. At least go down and then straight across or something. Hip. That's pretty good. Let's try it again. So it kind of goes up. And I can figure that out. I think it kind of... Nope, they kind of both stick out. Interesting. Okay. Wouldn't expect that. Sure. Okay. How to make them older looking. That's going to be quite the issue. This can be widened. More like this. Keeper perspective. Among Us. Sorry. No, you can't unsee it either. Alrighty. Okay. How does that look? I'm gonna get the perspective tool. Hopefully I can use the actual perspective tool. There we go. And maybe I can pull it slightly. Sorta, a little bit. What else do I need? Oh yeah, these need to be like backpack straps. So these actually kind of go up here more instead of there. There you go. Okay. Okay. Pretty not super happy with it, but at least for now, it's like that's gonna be okay. What do you guys think? It could just be the nose. I'll try and redo the nose and mouth here. Let's see. real hunky nose there. Okay. There are a couple rings of red and right in his shield. Okie dokie. Oh, like maybe more rings. There you go. Okay. But the wings look nicer. Down in MCU. Right. But then part in design sensitive views. Okay. We're taking since recently on the Derpy movie that Yoshi made. Maybe he is the character of Derpy. Point of life. Not quite sure what you mean. Oh no. Oh. She's. I mean, no. Maybe. Hey. Maybe a little bird. Oh. Little tongue. Man, why is this hard? This is what I do with neutral poses. Is like, yep, there you go. And then you just figure it out. Maybe he's just like, I'm done. Let's see. His eyes are so lopsided. Let's see. At least I can make this slightly whiter. But man, they're so soggy. Jeez. Oh no. I don't draw humans often. Can you tell? Oh no. Okay, so eyes anatomically are like about an eye width apart. Okay, let's go back to basics. We notice. Okay, so we can separate the eyes a little bit, but probably not too far. And then it's not looking too bad there. This needs to be a little bit there. It's not too bad. If I get rid of some of these, maybe. Let's get rid of the other one there. And this probably needs to be straight and down. The more I set this up to look good, then I can make sure that the vector version looks really good too. That's a nice cheat as well, just to see if this will look good, hopefully. I want some kind of like disappointed face or something. Like meh. That's turning better. It's you know. Okay. It's like I just put a cartoon face on a normal sized man's body. It is also really weird. Let's see. Okay. I got references to know exactly what I mean. It's fine. As we are too easy to learn through trial and error. Yeah. There's also the fail harder or fail faster rule as well. So I just gotta knock things out and then say, oh, that didn't work, and then fix it as quick as possible. So I'll dwell on it. I have tenacity. Thank you. It's hard. I guess I have some form of perfectionism. That's like, that's why a lot of these cartoons take forever to come out, because like I'm just keep like trying to refine these pictures and in between frames over and over to try and get something good. But at least it's better than this sketch. So there you go. Hep. There you go. I don't know if it doesn't smell much. Are we saying we want him to smile? Because I can like conk this up to go Mm-hmm. It's like one of those me faces. You know, like the me face, where the me mouth, where it's kind of like, it's like straight, but then it kind of goes up a little bit. Yeah. There you go. That's softer. I like that. Yeah, thank you. Oh boy. Okay, and then we just got, he's strong boy, so he's got big arms that maybe could be, I don't know, a little bit smooth. There you go. So this one actually should be higher up a little bit, and then these ones can be popped down just a smidge. Better. Thank you. Hey guys, yeah, didn't know how collaborative this would become. Alrighty. Appreciate it. And hopefully you're using like the views that I have as reference, that you can see obviously the full view over there, and then I can figure out, like, I know exactly what I'm doing when I'm in this mode. I can see exactly all the stuff I got, so hopefully you're using both views to your advantage in your viewing experience. I'm gonna take everything and kind of go up, up, just a bit, up it just a little bit there. Okay. Whew. Oh boy. Proved it. Thank you. Alrighty. So now I'm gonna take this. I'm gonna pop this down into the bottom. So cut, lower layer, go to new, probably just black full. Go to line art. See the other one. Pop this down, opacity a little bit low, and now I'm gonna vector it with my final pen. Let's get this shield first. Let's see what that looks like. Be cool if it was the right color too. There we go. Shield is large and inch large. Right there. Copy it. Paste it right about there. So that's red, and I need another one for white. So red, white, and then a red inside. So red, white, red inside, and then there's another one actually, a blue one. And then there's the star. But can you actually see the star? Nope. Haha. Got it. Okay. I'm not going to draw a star because it's actually impossible to see it. I'll get the pointy bit. Get one triangle. There you go. It's gestalt. It's implied. Ha! Oh boy. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Let's just do the face. Let's do it. Just kind of start wherever. This is my zone. This is more where I'm comfortable with. It's just drawing in vector. I don't know how many other you guys would prefer. Do you guys prefer, if you're artists or drawers, do you prefer vector or bitmap? I don't know what else you would call it. Like Photoshop, where it's got defined pixels. Because I definitely a little bit rusty with my bitmaps. I would prefer to be more fluid and feel like I can change things and be like very high resolution, to the sense that they're already as high resolution as possible, because they're actually infinitely resolution. So, you know, gonna do this, and then I can cut it out later on. Like, I don't have to make that hole there, because it'll be quicker to just make that shape with this, and it'll flatten it, and then I can remove this line once I flatten it. So that's not the problem. Thank you. Yeah. Let's see here. Pop, pop, pop. Hop, hop, pop, pop. Hello, cool guy. Welcome. You can see on the left what I'm trying to draw. Maybe you've heard of him. I don't know. Let's see here. Probably need some more bendy lines like at that. There we go. There's no one else an artist, so I haven't really seen anything. That's fine. Yeah, I'll definitely have to fix a lot of anatomy. Let's see. Once I get to it. Thank you. There we go. Bendy, bendy, bendy. Here's a weird thing with Toon Boom where it's like, I had to figure that out, where it's like it doesn't automatically create the bevels or the handles, so I can bend it more accurately and make those. So it's just like I have to select them in and just hope that maybe it'll work. Or it should give me the controls to do it, because otherwise it's like, how about no, we're not gonna let you actually bend it or curve the curvature of the line here. Cool. Alrighty. Thanks. Okay. I'll live up to you guys then, because such a familiar guy. I'm not wholly familiar with. I've only watched like some of the movies. I think the ones I haven't seen are mostly the Captain American ones. I think I haven't seen Civil War, or there was like another one somewhere too. So I haven't seen most of those, but I think I've seen the Infinity War and Endgame, so at least in those. I'm always like years behind a lot of it. Like I only watched like Star Wars 7 like year or more afterward. Like we were in like, I was in a college like film class. I'm making like a short film class, and we were like thinking of different ideas for different movies that we can like kind of like figure out and say like, okay, well, maybe we can make our own movie, and maybe it could be Star Wars related or something. And I was like, okay, cool, but I haven't watched 7 yet, so I don't know what you're talking about. And then the whole class like got like quiet, like there was like a pen dropping and you can hear it, kind of a thing. It's like, whoa, because everyone like freaked out and said, wait, you haven't seen 7? It's been like, it was, when did it come out? Like in 15? That was probably like 2017 or 18. I don't know. So, I don't know. I wasn't like, I need to watch this kind of a thing. It wasn't like on my radar to like, I need to watch this. But eventually, like the film guys, the other students were like, okay, so we gotta get this guy to watch Star Wars. And so that was that whole thing where it's like, okay, well, let's stop class and let's figure out like who has a Blu-ray of it. Okay, we figured that out, and it's like, okay, you got it. Okay, cool. Can you bring it in? You know, during like lunchtime or something. And they were like, yeah, okay. And so instead of working or whatever on our class thing, anything else we were gonna do, we just kind of just stopped and said, okay, well, you got the Blu-ray. Let's just watch it in class. And so we just kind of just watched 7 in class, and it's like, cool, okay. Still don't get it, but all right, yeah, great. So the first time I watched Star Wars 7 was in college in class. It was funny because all the other students were like, "Ooh, this is the best part," and they were like, "Oh, Yoda," blah, 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 and they were like quoting everything. So that was surreal. Yeah. I don't know. Took it from it was on Israel Plus on Mismatch 30 Quadrant. Cool. Pretty much, yeah. But I guess, yeah, even I guess there was some merit to it, as like, yeah, the teacher was able to say, like, oh, look, there's a close-up Remember that. When you make your short movie. Yeah, you should make that, you should add some close-ups or something. It's like, okay, cool. So it wasn't totally for weights, but it's like, yeah. That was fun. Now that they're all starting to come out on Disney Plus, it comes a little bit sooner, but I guess there's still like the those premium wait times, you know, like to watch the new Rala or whatever. Like you have to pay for it, or you can wait 2 months. You know, either you can pay 2 or 3 times the amount of, you know, for your subscription amount to watch one movie, or you can wait 2 months and get it for, you know, essentially free with the bundled in with the subscription. So it's like, huh. Wow. Okay. So I'm gonna wait on that. I'll watch it later. I'm the kind of guy who's like, yeah, I'll watch it later. It's okay. I don't know. At certain points, I was like swindled. Completely different topic. I was almost swindled to get the 3D All Stars Mario game, where it has Switch ports of 64 Sunshine and Galaxy. Their whole tactic was like, oh, it goes away, basically in April, and now it's like it's getting to that, and it's like I don't know. How's that looking? It's creepy. But yeah, I just have to say, like, yeah, I got time. You know, that was way back when in like November or something. It's like, yeah, I got time. Now it's approaching, but it's still like, still got some time, and I technically can play all of them at any time right now. So, I don't think I have like an exact need to like immediately go out and get Switch ports, even if they're like, ooh, it's HD, but that's not the original version style or anything. So, not too like, need it. Okay, let's see. Oh, Star has the same 700, 8, 9, whatever we're up to. I mean, they're gonna make a 10, 11, 12 eventually. Are you gonna keep up with that? Jeez. They probably wait a bit, at least. I mean, it's been a couple years, right? Or at least, was that last year? I don't even know. Time is relative. I don't... No clue what today is anymore. I'm making his shoulder bulky up or a little bit more. We're probably going to overtime because this is going to be complex to do his body and then we'll have to color it. So, let's see. No, okay. Alrighty. Don't want to watch it. That's fair. Yeah, I was just under like it's on its own time. I don't need it to be like immediately watch it. Like I'll watch it eventually. It wasn't just like a. It was more like, oh, it exists, you know, and I can watch it whenever I want, kind of thing. Instead of, well, it came out. I gotta follow it, you know, follow all the news and say like, okay, well, it comes out on Tuesday, so I gotta like stop what I'm doing, everything that I'm gonna be doing possibly on Tuesday, and then, you know, flock to it and go, haha. You know, it's like it's gonna be okay. Comics were helping finance American troops during World War II, and I appreciate that. Yeah, it wasn't his first like comic cover had something that I probably shouldn't say on YouTube. So yeah, he's pretty cool. They got movies with explosions and helicopters, epic. Yeah, man. Do what you love, man. I don't know. That's why I don't want anyone to be the boss me, man. Making my own movie, you know? It's great. What am I gonna do with his arm? I have no idea. Help me. Let's see. I got it. I just wanted to make that joke. But wait, yeah, I don't actually. Let me look at my other picture. Picture. Who's got the picture? I got it. Haha. Okay, it's more like a weird gauntlet that goes actually the opposite way. There we go. Guess I can pop it there, connected there, and then I'll say get the speed horizontally, and then when they're yellow, that means they're not connected. So I can see at a glance, like, okay, did I close everything that I needed to? Okie dokie. Arm. Can I have like one more waistband here? Bop. Did that work? Uh-oh. That does not look good. Bop. There you go. Let's see. Okay. So now I need... pop. Okay, cool. Get that to be roughly the same angle of best I can. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Arms is going to be... Oh, it's kind of squarish. I could put it up here maybe. And then go down. It'll be a weird fist kind of a thing. I don't know if I need fingers. I think the other ones I had. Just like these guys. I don't think I used fingers. Oh, I used fingers for that. Okay. Hip. Okay. Oh boy. Well, now I need to remove this line then. I can at least put some things like this, and this will simulate, hopefully, fingers by these little ridges. Like that. Perfect. That they're connected. Okay, cool. Yep. These are like the knuckles coming out. Kind of like that. Sure. May need one more detail. Something like maybe like another triangle-y thing. Pop. I have a tool to like make it magnetic, but it seems to not be wholly magnetic, which is the weird part. Okay, so almost done with the one arm. Getting there. Okay, how we doing? Okay, where's the seed? Rogue One. You're forced to see it. It's got everyone down again. That's true. With Rogue One, I have a story with that. I don't know if I told it on stream. Or at least it's been a very long time because I can't remember when I said it. I think it was launch day of Emoji Movie, and I was like, I'm gonna contradict myself so hard. I wanted to watch it first day. I wanted to watch the Emoji Movie, first day it premiered, first weekend. And I was like, yeah. Well, my mom and I were doing some errands, and it's like, hey, we're already outside. Yo, we could just, this was years ago, so it's like, yo, let's just go to the movie and then just watch the Emoji Movie. And then we're like, yeah. So we went, and then just actually just watched it. And it was really fun. There's a story to this. And then we came home, and then I saw my dad, and he was watching a movie, and it's like, huh, we already watched a movie, Dad. And then Dad like rolled his eyes, like, yeah, you watched a Emoji Movie or whatever. So I watched a real man movie, Rogue One, man. And it was like, oh, cool, okay. And then it's like backed it up and like let us watch it. And then I tried to watch it. This is where this is going. Is that I fell asleep. I fell asleep watching Rogue One. I don't know which battle it was, but it was like, yeah. I don't know where I fell asleep at. It was so, to me it was very, very boring. I thought the characters were cool. I thought the first whatever. I can't quantify how long it was. But like the train space chase with the space train thing, that was really cool. That's probably my favorite like Star Wars moment ever. Like that was really, really well choreographed and everything. As like the best action scene, that was really cool. everything else was like, okay, so now I gotta do this thing, and it's like, what? And it's like, well, we gotta do the thing. Don't you understand how important this is? And it's like, I don't. Ah, geez, who are you? And it just went off on places that I can't even describe now. It's like, okay. I guess I just wasn't invested afterward of that. That anything that they were saying later was like, okay, cool. That I fell asleep. Maybe I got pretty far. I don't know. Who knows? So, yeah. I think that was like the first time in a long while I fell asleep to any kind of movie. Because usually I'm very awake with a lot of things. Like, I'll stick through things, even after not my cup of tea specifically, but it was like, man, I just don't care. Oh, boy. I watched the other ones, like the Han Solo one. That was pretty cool. But again, it was like, I don't really know what's going on. Save to know. I don't know, I always like to with like the, I mean, you can always get like the cheers of like, yeah, it's a prequel movie, so it's like when they say like, what's your name? I don't know, let me make it up, Han Solo. And it's like, wow, that's so cool. Like the origin story stuff is like, hey, that's kind of cool. So they can just get free nostalgia points for doing that. But everything else was whatever. What am I doing? I keep making these shoulders weird. It's like I don't know anatomy or something. Okay. How we doing? Let me drink some water. We're almost on time, but I'll keep going. Get some brain juice and refuel. All right. Went to Bruin kind of talking some logos parents out of my right. Just said favorites refers to the emoji movie. Come on. Everyone's got an opinion. I was like, yeah. I mean, there was Emoji Movie had moments. You know, I mean, they had the dance off and Just Dance, and then the the gripping storyline of the looming threat that the phone will be formatted. Geez, what'll happen to the apps? They're like stored on the cloud and everything. So I never got that plot point because it's like, wait, can't the save data for like the apps aren't deleted once you format a phone, right? They just get like, you know. I mean, they don't get like purged and like completely erased and like zombied and everything, right? They just get like, they get like deleted off the cloud and everything. It's not like they actually game over or anything, right? So that like whole plot point of like, oh no, we got the ticking time bomb with that. We got the agents coming after them, and then we gotta get through Candy Crush to get to the firewall. Yeah, okay. Which none of it is any, yeah. I mean, Tron was better at like somewhat being logical of like, okay, they're programs and they don't want to get blipped or whatever. I don't know what they terminated. Derezzed, was it? In Tron, they don't want to get derezzed. Like that makes more sense. That came out like 30, 40 years ago, before the Emoji Movie. It's like they knew more about technology back then. At least the writers, you know, cared about it more. You know. Oh boy. Da 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 da. Yes. What did you say? Okay. I should 100% win a movie. Oh boy. Yeah. I don't know. Obviously everything everything movie related is all capitalism and marketing. Half of it is marketing and half of it is, you know, we're getting to a point where it's like, yeah, we don't want to watch anything that's new or creative. Like, give me Toy Story 5, man. I don't want your, you know, movies that make me think or be sad. You know, just give me movies with numbers in them of franchises I know as a kid. So, like, you know, all the movies, there's probably like a 20 or 30 year gap of like the as kids become adults, then they want to watch the movies that as when they were kids. So like all during like the 80s, there was a bunch of, I can't think of any example, but I'm sure there were something to back up what I'm trying to say. But I guess now there was a lot of like 80s stuff like 10 years ago. Like my parents' age, they would have been very happy with a lot of 80s stuff because as kids, they would have been very at the right age range for that. So just trying to get nostalgia for that. So eventually we'll get 90 kid stuff and I'll be happy. But for now, I just gotta go through the quagmire of like 80s stuff and like look at this 80s nostalgia stuff. And I'm a 90s kid, man. I don't know what you're talking about. So let's see. Eventually the generations will catch up. That's my Yoshi pick of the week. Alright. Those all have to be overlapped. And then I'll flatten it and it'll be okay, hopefully. Hep. Okay. How's that as vector? Oh boy. Let's remove. Actually, I can flatten it. Maybe it'll be okay. Yeah, I'll have to flatten it. Okay. By that, I mean I'm going to go to here. Tool properties. There's a button for flatten. Boop. So now each line is now individually and segmented. So those times where it's like, oh, I want this to be flat. Now I can. Cool. Okay. So now I can add a new line and try and do this right. Save it. And try to connect it to here. And then now I can try and go backwards out of it and try and convex it. I don't know. Bring it outward to there. Okay. Cool. So now I gotta flatten it again. Flatten. So I get rid of this line. Is gone. Pop. Okay. So I gotta concentrate on this somewhat. There we go. And then also this. Bop, bop. Like that. I think there was some in the face. The hair. Hey. Bop. That's what I mean. There we go. Okay. I'm going to... Whoa. That's creepy looking. Get select it all and say, can I have lines that start and end on a round and end on a round? So now they should be... Yep. So these now work as roundy. Cool. It's kind of happy looking. I'm okay with that. Anything else? I think there could be one more line between here and here. I mean, there's so many details that I can just keep adding to it. So I'm going to stop at this point with this last thing just because I saw it. And then say, let's color him. Okay. So the fancy thing, let's just flatten it for the fun of it. Flatten. Okay. Reading your stuff. No, the room. I watched the room. It was, yeah, it was interesting. It was entertaining. Yes, let's go to the super frame around part of the wow, you guys. Very good. Okay, secret button is this button up here. That makes it create color line art from line art. Boop. There we go. So now I can go to color line art and boop. There we go. Okay, so this is where colors will come into play here. So I'm gonna have to make a whole bunch of different colors. So I have to have some blues and some reds and then some kind of skin color. Summer. It's very like washed out in this reference picture I got. So there we go. I read that as hand, and I was like, that's not gonna happen. Let's see if I can. We can go this way, at least. There you go. Hip, hip, hip. There we go. Here we go. I became Kermit. Okay. Let's see. Skin. And I can recolor this as I go, so I'm not tied down to anything here. Red gauntlet. Okay. Yeah, I can see like these are. Needs to be less saturated and more dark and more there. Blue. Blue's actually pretty good. Less saturated there. We're at the end point. Should I go to... I can go to end screen and just kind of have it be kind of here as I still work on it. So, not going to miss on anything. But at least I can color him up. Yep, yep. Get him pop over here. Okay. So now I can follow along with this, and I'll be in mode. So I'm just going to keep coloring them and pick out new colors. And say, wow, that's a nice color. Here I go. A. Nope. Forgot to do the right button. There we go. Let's get some darker blue. What's that guy's doing? And then a darker blue. For here. What's his eye color? That's going to be important. That should be the sclera. So let's get a white. Right for the eyes. Okay, and then head's good. Let's see. We're just getting a lot of blues. Blue. I'm gonna pop these together. So darker blue. Darker blue. Actually, that's white. I need the gray. 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 Dark blue. So many blues. There's gonna be a lot of blues. I like my style where it's kind of like it's gonna be. These are actually the backpack ones. I should have these be brown. Very dark, like that. There you go. And so this one gonna be dark and then slightly lighter. I like that, but it'd be outline-less, which means that I can have it where I'll remove the outlines once I get to the end of this, and then it'll look like the other ones basically, but it'll look more more corporate, I guess, style or Art Deco, whatever, kind of like 50s 50s styles where they have very defined colors, like they don't have outlines. A lot of like texture brushes too, but they didn't have texture brushes back then, but you know what I mean. So let's see. See another color here, and then we can have another color here. Trying to be economic with the colors. Let's see. Awesome, yeah. We have those. VHS up to according to everything. Oh yeah, I had a lot of cartoons. Let's see. What I want. I'll just get some more vibrant colors for the actual shield. I think it's this color. Let me go back to my other picture. Okay. Does it go back to red? Eventually goes back to red here, at least. Get my white. White, white, and then my blue. Blue. Actually, give me a new blue. New blue. Here. There you go. I don't think we figured out what his eye color was, so I'll at least have something, and then we'll figure it out. Usually brown. There you go. What's his... Chris, one of them? Chris... Chris Evans? Which one is it? Chris Evans. Okay. Eye color. Because this always shows up. Yeah, eye color, Irish Italian, cool. But, duh. Uh-huh. Blue? Uh-huh. And 10 facts Chris Evans might surprise you. Uh-huh, great. But what's color eyes? Green? What are you doing? Brown and green. Okay. Wings are white and the color around his eyes are the same as his skin color. Oh, I'm putting his sclera as if like it's exactly around his eyeball. So I know what I'm doing. Thank you. I'm going with green. Cool. I could change this to be more white though. Like pure white, I guess. There you go. It looks alright. It's very cartoony, I love it. Okay, so I'm gonna remove the outlines that I don't need. Boop. Might need of his I might need his I have need for his nose. So I'm gonna remove everything else. Gonna need this. Oh yeah, this is what we started with. That's how it started. And this is how it's going. Alright, here we go. So I can have these be basically, can I do that color? Can I say please be this color? Ah, there we go. Okay, and then this needs to be separated, and then let's get a new color so I can have basically this, but also whoop, a little darker. There we go. That's okay. It's just like it's hard to really change what I got right now. That's like I'm just gotta keep going with my train it out here rather than trying to super change too much, if that makes sense. I appreciate it, but it's like that's a certain thing that might be a little tricky now. You know what I mean? Okay. Cool. 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 I'm gonna add the little extra shape here just for funzo. Here we go. I can use this color and just pop it in and then remove the outlines if I can. Please and thank you. Okay. He has vertical flag stripes on the part under the star. Ooh, you're right. I might have removed them. Let me go back to my other picture. I went between like two different pictures, so I went between like this picture. Oh, that's pretty good. And this one, so I got mixed up between them. Thank you. Let's go back to color. I'm gonna do another line. I did add these in, but I got rid of them some way. So okay. So these are red. Let's get this red, but also say like, hey, should it be slightly saturated? You bet. And then white, and then red. Remove. And let's say, because now I got these as separate colors, I'm going to wipe it off a little bit. It could be a little bit darker. More red. There we go. Okay. What I could do is also add maybe a little bit more definition between the knuckles to say like, hey, look, it's a hand. New color here. Darker. Pop, pop. Pop, pop, pop. Nope, that didn't work. It didn't separate it for some reason. I need to flatten it, and that'll help. Pop, pop. Okay. This one. Now what? This one, and then this one. And this one. There we go. Now I can have these knuckles be a little bit darker. And I can get rid of these. No thank you. I don't even know what happened there. Okay. I could make these more rectangular. That might be a little bit tricky now. Let's see. Almost there. There we go. And you can't really see it, but that means we're doing okay. Okay. So let's go back to mine. Get rid of some of these. And now I can have these. I'm going to get these lines and make them a little bit thinner. Ooh, that's kind of creepy. A little thicker. Maybe a little thicker. A little thicker. Okay. Have it be the same color as this. Please, please work. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I don't know why you just looked like Danny DeVito for a second there. But okay. I think we're good. Okay. Underlaid layer. Square. Some kind of color. Something to contrast. I'm seeing yellow in a comic book comic. So I'm going to just go with that for now. And then say... Hep, hep. There we go. Okay. Boop. I'm gonna be happy with that for now. Because I don't think battling with it more now will be quite an adventure. So I'm gonna go back to where everything is. Okay, cool. Let me get that. Boop, 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 boop. Blow it up. Yep. I'm gonna jump back over here. Okay. Okay. Welcome. Well, I hope that that's not too bad. Yeah. Again, I'm not a portrait or a human artist, so that's the span of time that I had. It's like, yeah, and try to meld between different pictures and not knowing too much of the source material to know. Obviously, you guys know more about them to like, yeah, figure it out. Critique I see is that it just looks old now. It's got, I'm imagining like his little hairs, like these little wings as like hairs, and I can't unsee that. That's why I thought it was like Danny DeVito, where it's like this old guy with a bunch of like wispy hair that's coming out. So, cool. But I guess that kind of works in some sense then. You know. I'll probably fix these as, you know, as I fix like all the other ones later on. So, consider this not as the final, but, you know, as I fix the Spider-Gwen a little bit after I read through your guys' comments that I must have missed or didn't take it seriously. So, I'll definitely, consider all your, ideas later. But yeah, just trying to do this as live and trying to do it really, really fast. Something I'm not quite comfortable with is a little tricky. So, but yeah, let's see. Exactly. Yeah, he's the popsicle man, right? So, that's accurate. Actually, nice. Okay, how are we doing? Okay, I just had to check something. Okay, let's see. Your eye, thank you. I just lost my train of thought. So, how are we doing? Let's see. Oh boy, you're improving. Oh really? Thank you. It definitely looks, you know, if you kind of just squint, really, really hard. It's like, I guess that's a human, you know? Human? I guess. So, I guess that's good. Okay. Yeah, see you, little shy. I didn't expect you, so thank you for coming. And that kind of scared me a little bit, but I'm okay now. So look at that. Look, like I can kind of put my hand behind it. It almost works. Thank you. Let's see. Capsule, exactly. Well, I guess a little spoilers. I guess canonically he's supposed to be dead, but I guess the Disney show is supposed to figure things out. I haven't been spoiled by the Disney show yet, so I did watch the first episode, so um, I didn't quite get it. I mean, I watched all the way through of WandaVision, so I don't know what to expect, but like going between the two series is like the extreme whiplash of like, oh, this is now we're back to like boring Marvel stuff. That's like, yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I'm not quite interested in um like, okay, yeah, we I guess we can care about these people's real life stuff and also mixed in with like this unnecessary big action thing at the beginning. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it's like, yeah, I don't know how to review it. That's like as like at episode 1, it's like, yeah, and I'm not hooked enough to like continue with it truly. So I don't know. When I watched WandaVision, I was like, this is so cool. This is so authentic to like a 50s style sitcom. That's like, this is so cool. Because I was into that more. Kind of a style like, oh, it's musical and fun and fancy free. Is like, oh, they're just fooling around. What tomfoolery are we gonna get up to next time? But with the Winter Soldier, it's like, okay, what kind of like drab and realistic of like, oh man, this hero isn't gonna pay his taxes tomorrow. Ah, geez, I hope that he can fill out his IRS form next time. Ah, geez, it's completely different. Serious, and it's like that's good. They're not all the same, but it's like, geez, like you started out as a gate with like the best one, I think, and now it's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll keep watching. Probably not as like as quickly as I think I watched WandaVision like as I think I watched one of them like at midnight, like a midnight premiere. So, I was definitely into that way more and to figure out the mysteries of that. But after watching I don't even know what it's called, the Birdman and the little guy show, with that one, it was like I need to watch like 3 YouTube videos to like understand like what even is going on. I guess it's my fault that I didn't watch like 4 movies that apparently were important. So they were important to that plot of like the first episode. Is like, I don't know what even going on. If you watched it, maybe you can help me understand. But yeah, it's completely different. That they're not singing and dancing anymore. It's like it's hard for me to relate now. Yeah. Hi sub, welcome. This is doing great. Okay, cool. But yeah. Oof. Yeah. So yeah, you're saying that I'm better at ponies, which I guess I had like 10 more years to like only like straight through like only draw ponies for that long. That's like, yeah, I got pretty good at that. And they are simpler to at least draw. There's more leeway, with drawing horses. It's like with the one that I am, it's like, yeah, you can put a little tiny mouth and giant eyes, and to anyone, it's like, oh, that's a cartoon, horse, hopefully. But if you try to draw this and say pass this off as a human, then everyone will, squint at you weird and go, well, that doesn't seem right. So all you guys today were, I love you, but yeah, all your comments are like, the hand's weird. It's like, I appreciate that, and it's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. So that actually was helpful, a lot of it, to draw this. So thank you. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Yay. Ooh, we're flipping tables. Hello. Oh boy. Is in the middle? Is that like the me symbol or san? Ishini-san? Huh. I'm starting to recognize some of these emojis and like understand. It's like, oh yeah, that's actually hiragana or katakana. That's fun. Can't get them all though. I'm not sure what the circle is or like the eyeballs are in that. That's cool. But yeah, let's see. I need to get some more brain juice here. That's good. All right. How we doing? Anything from you guys, or else I'll just talk about what I've been doing. What I've been working on this week. Because I've been pretty. I've exhausted myself a little bit this week. Or yeah, actually started last week. We had a little lull with Midnight Mares where the director said, "Okay, let's take a little break, guys. let's regroup like in a bit." And so I was like, okay, now I have all day to now work on whatever I want, you know. So last week I was like, okay, let me just work out and like go, okay, I can work on my movie for who knows how long and try to get as many shots and as many stuff as possible I can do. And I did that for like half a week, and then like Thursday or something was when it came to a head. It's like, okay, I'm kind of tired. Like I worked actually really hard, too hard than I usually do. And I was like, oh, okay, I need to take a break from that now. So it's been a bit since I worked on it, but now Midnight Mares is like, hey, let's bring it back up. So it's like, oh, okay. Now I gotta like bring up and worked on a little bit of Midnight Mares today. Woke up a little bit earlier than I usually do, and then worked a little bit earlier than I usually do. Now I'm doing this, so that's why somebody's this drawing isn't probably the best I can do, but it's yeah. That's just my old lame excuse for why it's not super cool. Isn't the best. It's probably I probably could do. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of, especially these bands like on the shoulders are weird. Like the width is inconsistent. Like this is way thicker than that one. So, now we're gonna have like a shadow here, like a one-tone shadow to say like it's over the shield. So obviously there's a lot of like little tiny details that I see as part of me being perfectionist as well. It's like, this is bad. It's better than my first draft and definitely would have been way worse without your help. So super page. Oh, you guys again. Yeah. Thank you, Little Shy. Thank you again. A little hug. Stay safe, everyone. That's a good message for everyone. Good job. All right. Love all you guys. So yeah, you better keep safe. That's a good message. Thank you. Yeah, I have a specific emote for hugging people. Alrighty. Let's see. Oh boy. Yeah, so I've been working on that. Gans said, and was kind of premature, said like, hey, we're gonna have like the trailer done by this month. He said that on our community page on his channel, on his YouTube channel. So I would say that's likely not going to be the case. We decided we had a long talk yesterday, saying what should we do. So there's some in-house stuff that obviously I can't NDA say a lot of it, but now we're deciding like, hey, let's expand the trailer. We had like a 1 minute like scene, and we're like, well, we can try and make this maybe like a little bit more beefy. So let's add a whole nother scene into it, and that might be like another minute. So, and it took us like half a year to like make that 1 minute. So we'll be a little bit quicker maybe this time. But yeah, it's that if you're like super following it, and I'm super following what he's saying, then that's gonna be not quite accurate. So just please be how about please be patient. Please be patient with us on this. Try my best. I'm literally the only animator on this project. So we have a group of like 1, 2, 3 storyboarders / background artists / animatics. So they're doing a lot of, the quote grunt work of it, but it is super helpful to have a lot of help with that. Otherwise, I'd be super swamped if I had to do literally everything. Can imagine like making a whole movie on my own, but wait, I am. Whoops. And I'm having to do everything on my own as well. Oh boy. So, by trying to do 2 movies, that's where it gets tricky. Ugh. So, yeah. How we doing on time? Pretty good. If there's anything else from you guys, I think I said everything I wanted to say about that. It's probably as much as I probably should say about that. So, yeah, if you've been following that and like looked at that one particular post at one particular time on that channel and said like, hey, I should be expecting a trailer this month, I'm gonna say, hey, don't put your hopes up. That now we were just about done with the original scope of the trailer. Oops, the original scope of the trailer was only like 1 minute, and now we're like, hey, let's make it like 2 to 3 minutes ish now. We might even add more onto it later. Who even knows? Because the original idea was to have a pilot and then finish a 30-minute pilot or so and then not post it anywhere and then try to shop it around to actually legit streaming services, Hulu, Netflix, whatever, HBO, who knows. We haven't decided on anything, and obviously it'll be up to them to decide on that. But the plan apparently, as I understand it, was just to finish a pilot and then secretly shop it around to a bunch of different streaming services, and then hope that by putting it on there, that the director's goal was to get the revenue from getting every view. You get like how YouTube has a CPM where it clicks per whatever monetary thing, where every view is counted as a percentage of a cent. I don't know, like Bitcoin, they can go into the billions of a cent kind of a thing. So he was hoping on that instead of putting it on YouTube and trying to figure that out, he was just gonna go straight to a streaming service. But at the same time, Midnight Mares is very, very, very derivative. He says it's like a sister series to Pony. That's like, hey, because it's so close to Pony, it's like, yeah, we can shop it around and say like, hey, is Pony light? But it's completely different because I got this secret thing that I'm not gonna say to it that makes it completely different and invest in me kind of a thing. So you can see like all of its trailers are just kind of building up to something, but the ones that are on his trailer now on his channel, but I only like really recently, i.e. yesterday, found out that his YouTube channel isn't monetized, and I guess he never figured it out or didn't know or had no idea what to do with that. So unfortunately, one of his videos had 1 million views, and he didn't see a cent of that. So that was very unfortunate with that in that scenario, is that we could have used, $2 from that $2 from that million viewed video to like pay us. But yeah. And now the crew, which, was supposed to, circle around and to like get people to watch it and then get people to work on it, basically, and then get people to shop it around and then say, hey, publicize it. And then right now we only got like 4 people. So, including me. So literally just me and 3 people are working on it. So, but we're so close to like finishing this 1 minute that it's like, we like it was almost like the same feeling as if, updating the tea table. That's kind of like, it's a Nintendo thing where it's like, oh, you got a good prototype, you're like ready to go into production, or you're way far into it, and then like one of the other people like Miyamoto would like come in and then metaphorically like up in the tea table to say, hey, that whole project and everything you're building towards, you're making a sports game with like, porcupines, that doesn't make sense. Making an RPG with like scorpions, and the whole team just like, it's what? Like that completely like changes the entire everything needs to be reconsidered, basically. So it's not quite that drastic with our case. That's like we're just in bigoting the scope into like another minute, or basically. But even if we finish that, we might make it longer. One of the other people on the crew was like, hey, is more for having a pilot that we have in like that's like 30 minutes. Like, why can't we just split it into 15 and 15 and then release those as 2 parts? And then my idea was literally split that up into different chapters. I even like said like, oh, this is kind of like my movie where it's like how I have like a 15-minute movie and it's like I'm gonna release every minute, every couple months. So, and unfortunately, you know, I'm the one who actually has the monetized channel. So it's like, yeah, I could see why GAN director is like, yeah, I don't want to put it on YouTube because there's obviously no incentive or revenue source for doing it on that, and then who knows other why reasons. So anyway, that had nothing to do with anything here. This poor American man is just, he's so patient. But yeah, that's what I've been up to. How about you guys? I don't know. It's okay. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. It's been working and grinding on that. And it's just like I've been grinding so hard that I finished basically most of what we need to do for like that one section, and now it's like, let's expand it. So who knows? We'll see. So yeah, we'll keep working on it. But yeah, I just wanted to say like, yeah, if you happen to be in that Venn diagram between my viewer and Midnight Mirrors and looked at that that community post, which is none of you, I would think. Just wanted to explain that. So hopefully that clears that up. Is that, yeah, we pivoted until further notice. That'll be the plan for now, is to see if we can like make webisodes or smaller chunks, or maybe even go with the other person's idea of having it be split in 2 parts. We have a pretty good cliffhanger, actually pretty halfway. That's like a nice act breaker. That's like, it actually could work. So, unfortunately, the way that I think about that is that if that's 15 minutes, how long that would take to make would probably take like a year or more. Who knows how long? Let's say that takes a year. And then the wait for part 2 would be more, or at least a little bit less. It might even out. But it would also be probably the same amount of like an hour, or no, a year. It would be a year between videos, and then by that time, are you going to remember every detail that happened in part 1? You know? So that's what I'm thinking, if it was like more quicker, like the way that I'm having it, where there's not too many details to really care about between my movie, like between each part. You can kind of pick it up pretty easily. Later on, it's a little bit harder. Things become more important to like memorize what happened earlier, but they're pretty short, that each video is pretty short, that you don't have to invest too long to like catch up. But if it's like a 15-minute long thing, then that's going to take a bit longer. So I don't know if you guys had any other ideas or any kind of thoughts on that, as I just thought of that now. But we'll see. That's the plan, is to expand the trailer that we were almost about ready to publish and get that almost done, is now like, oh, let's make it like 2 times longer. And we haven't really worked on any of those parts yet, so we pretty much had to go back to square one basically and just start from scratch to do the next scene. So yeah, but you know, I led just about on time, and I think we finished it a little bit quicker than I think Shamus or Spider-Gwen. All those ones took a little bit longer. So glad that coloring was alright with him. I'll definitely like clean him up and try to, maybe I'll find like a template of like how to draw a star and then try to put that on here a little better. So probably add some more loops, or who knows how much I'll add onto him. There's a lot of details that I was like, what am I gonna actually add onto him that now just like looks weird. But I think I'll wrap it up, and I'll go have dinner and rest my weary head. So I wrap it up. So okay, guys. So yep, on Thursday we'll work on yep Orisa. Look how nice that looks. So work on that so you guys don't have to worry about doing the comment thing to figure out which one we should do next time, because that'll be already predetermined. So tune in for that on the Thursday at 4 p.m. PST and 7 p.m. EST. There you go. Okie dokie. Got that out. Check out the description for a bunch of links to all my socials. Appreciate all you guys for being on Twitter. A lot of intention on there. And a lot of interesting waves of attention as my the St. Patrick's animation got a lot of views and whatever it's called, likes, and then I posted something else, and then it got nothing. Like, I don't think it even got like one like. So I don't know how to do Twitter apparently, and so I in literally 1 week I have one post that has 300 likes, and then I posted 2 days later and got 0 likes. So I don't know what went wrong. I don't know. So if you're interested, links are in the description. Go check them out. Maybe you like it. I don't know. But anyway, I'm not trying to be pity with you guys, but it's like, yeah, that was just really just being expository with it. That's like, yeah, that's how it is. It's like, oh, okay. I spent just about the same amount of time working on both of them as like posts. So who knows? Guess I'll just make things that people like, but I don't know what people like. So we just get back to square one. But anyway, sorry. Okay, love you guys. Thank you so much. Yep, back on Thursday, and then everything else I said, I won't say it again. So thank you. I'm gonna rock my hands. Woo. Okay. I'm really tired. Okay, thank you guys. Okay. Bye guys. Thank you so much. Okay, thank you guys. Bye guys. Okay, see ya. Bye bye. Bye bye.